System sound volume. Held volume keys. Talkback underscore TFP turned on. Talkback off. Talkback off. Talkback off.
Hello everyone on YouTube, it's Jordan here, and in this video we're going to be doing another Linux installation. And this is a Linux distribution I've been wanting to do for a little while, and that distribution is Zorin OS. So we're going to be installing Zorin OS 16 core.
Zorin OS 16, bit 4 ISO.
Let me close out of
Finder.
Etcher. There we go. And now I can remove my pen drive from the Mac. Now, Zorin OS 16 is another accessible distribution. Well, it's a mainstream distribution, but it does have a screen reader. Unlike Zorin OS Lite, which is not accessible but does include the screen reader, but the installer is not accessible. And the last time I checked Zorin OS 16 core, it was accessible, so we're going to head and install this version of Zorin OS, which comes with the GNOME desktop environment. But we're going to change that for Mate once we've done the installation. So you can probably guess how this installation is going to go. It's going to be like all the other Ubuntu-based Linux distribution installations. Well, I'm going to show you a few more unique things to Zorin. So without further ado, let's go ahead and boot into Zorin OS on this USB stick on my Acer Aspire, which currently has nothing on the drive. Now, you'll know when you're able to turn on the screen reader because Zorin OS will play a startup sound. So we'll just wait for it to boot up, which shouldn't take too long. I'm going to press enter so that we can boot into our Zorin installation media. Now, Zorin claims to be a Windows replacement, but we'll see how much of that is true. I'm going to keep pressing enter anyway. You know, just in case I get a grub screen. Normally what's supposed to happen is you get a login sound soon. This can take a while to boot, by the way, since we are booting. There we go. Can I turn my volume up? Yes, I can. And let me put the phone somewhere. I'll put it here. Sorry if you can't see me, but now I can switch my screen reader on.
Screen reader on. Install frame. Language selector left control.
Look at that, we're already in the install assistant for Zorin OS. Before we go ahead and install, I want to set up the screen reader to my preferences, so I'm going to go quickly do that.
Screen reader preferences dialog. General page tab. Tab. Keyboard tab. Progress bar updates panel. Speak up tab. Braille up tab. Beep up space. Check the braille speak keyboard general pet voice page tab. Voice speech page tab. Tab. Enable speak tab. Verbos tab. Turn on. Enable speech page. Braille page. Key echo tab. Space. Not tab space. Check tab space. Check. Key OK push return. Screen reader settings reloaded. Install frame. Language selector. Table with 75 rows 1 column. English.
I want to go for English, yep.
Try Ubuntu push button.
This is the try Ubuntu.
Install Ubuntu push button.
We're going to click install Ubuntu. Even though it's saying Ubuntu, this is actually Zorin OS. Because Zorin OS is based...
Table with 99 rows 1 column. English US.
Zorin OS is based off of Ubuntu, where the default selection is English US. This is the same as the Linux Mint and Accessible Coconut installs and the Ubuntu Mate installs. So there's nothing different there.
English UK.
I'm going to go for English UK as usual.
English UK. Text. Type here to test your keyboard.
I'm going to type something random. Let's see.
Android.
Android is awesome.
Detect keyboard layout push button.
So my keyboard is working fine. Detect keyboard layout. That's if you feel your keyboard isn't working.
Quit push back push continue push.
I'm going to click continue.
I don't want to connect to a Wi-Fi network right now. Selected radio button.
And I'm going to go ahead and connect to a Wi-Fi network because this is one of the main parts of the installation.
Connect to this network.
Connect to this network.
BT9 PC Beat Wi-Fi BT Wi-Fi BTW45N.
Now don't worry, it's not going to read any Wi-Fi passwords. It generally doesn't.
Quit push back push connect push up.
Which is a good thing.
Wi-Fi network authentic.
So
Show password.
I've got to type in the password. And now,
show path cancel connect push button.
Click
to
connect.
connect. Install frame.
We should get a notification that we're connected. If not, we'll just continue with the installation as though nothing ever happened, because it should detect the time zone. I haven't seen the Wi-Fi dialog box pop up again, so we should be good to go.
Connect to this net BT quit push button. Back push continue.
I'm going to click continue. Now we should be able to pick what type of installation we want for this Zorin system. Wherever we are right now, actually.
Download updates while installing Zorin OS checkbox checked.
There we go. Download updates while installing Zorin OS. We want to keep all these checked.
Install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware and additional media formats checkbox checked.
Yep.
Learn more. Push up configure secure boot checkbox checked.
Configure secure boot. This is really important for your drivers on the NeFi-based system.
Password text.
So this is a one-time key for secure boot. You only need to type this in once.
Password text.
So I'm going to go for something simple.
Don't participate in the census checkbox not checked.
Don't participate in the census. Check that.
Quit push back push continue push.
That's a Zorin thing. So now that we've configured secure boot, our next step is the partitioning.
0%. Erase disk and install Zorin OS.
Erase disk and install Zorin OS.
Advanced features. Quit pull back pull install now push.
I'm going to click install now. And now we
write the changes to disks. Dialog if you continue, the changes listed below will be written to the disks. Otherwise, you will be able to make further changes manually. The partition tables of the following devices are changed. /dev/nvme0n1. The following partitions are going to be formatted.
We don't need to know that.
Continue
We just want to get on with the installation, so let's go ahead and press enter on that.
Install frame. 100%. Panel. Text. London selected.
Yep, we've got internet because it's saying London. That's our time zone.
Back push continue push.
I'm going to click continue on that.
31 push button grade. Install. Your name. Text. 0%.
I'm going to type in my name.
J-O-R-D-A-N. The name it uses.
And my computer, I'm going to call it
Selection
Cream
R-E-A-M. 25
Emulsion
L-A-R-N. Capital P-A-R-T.
Paint.
Pick a username. Text. Jordan choose a password. Password text. 41. Confirm your path. Require my password to log in. Selected radio button. Use Active Directory checkbox not checked. Continue push button.
And now we just wait for the installation to complete. We've done everything we need to do. This is exactly the same
76%.
as the other distros we've installed that are based off of Ubuntu, such as Ubuntu Mate, Linux Mint, Accessible Coconut. So,
82%.
and I've been wanting to show off Zorin OS for a while, This particular release released in August of 2021, and they fixed quite a lot of issues.
91%. 100%.
And thank the Lord we are on an Ubuntu 20.04 base. Since next year
0%.
we're going to be saying goodbye to Ubuntu 18.04. Canonical will no longer be providing updates for that version of Ubuntu.
9%.
So, as you can hear, our Zorin OS system is being installed. Now, this will be really quick on my computer because I've got an NVMe
10%.
SSD. But on yours, it may be a lot slower if you've got a hard drive.
%.
I've been playing about with this distro a few times in virtual machines, and I must say it's a pretty nice Linux distribution for what it is. It's stable,
12%.
it's reliable, it's brilliant. Look at that, this is really quick.
40%.
The installation here,
Application.
the installation here is really quick, as you can hear.
46%.
Okay, and now we wait.
67%.
Now in theory, because we are installing a GNOME-based system, this should turn on our screen reader for us and set us up the way
75%.
we set up in the installation media.
84%. 88%.
While I'm here, I'm going to shut down the Mac. Well, first, now that I don't need the installation disk image, I'm going to quickly delete that from the downloads folder.
92%.
Delete. No row select.
And then I'm going to shut the Mac down.
Menu button. Sit at. Forced sleep. Shut down. Shut down. Cancel. Shut down. Finder. Download. Mail. Finder. Downloads. Window. Chrome. Untitled. Google Chrome. Window. Untitled. Google Chrome. Group. Finder. Downloads.
Thank you, Mac, and good night. See you in the morning.
93%.
I no longer require you for the rest of the night. So our Zorin installation is almost...
94%.
We're almost done with the Zorin installation. So our next step will be to reboot the system and get ourselves set up. And this is
96%.
where I'm going to show you the tour as well, because the welcome dialogue, because this is unlike any other Linux
97%.
This is unlike any other Linux distribution I've seen. Zorin OS is just more like a
95%.
get up and go sort of distribution, if you know what I mean. And that's what I like about distributions like that. We should be nearly done now. Now the good thing is, unlike Accessible Coconut, Zorin doesn't come with that much bloatware. And that includes PPAs that you're never going to use, like the Avidamux PPA, which is no longer being maintained.
97%. 100%.
That PPA is no longer being maintained anymore. It's recommended you download a Vidimux from its official website now, not from the PPA.
Installation complete. Dialog installation is complete. You need to restart the computer in order to use the new installation. Restart now push.
Right, we're going to restart our computer, and it's at this point where you can remove your installation media. Now, normally I would, but this should, in theory, boot to Zorin OS. I'm going to keep tapping in my machine owner key that we set up while configuring secure boot. Now the thing is, there we go.
Screen reader on. Window. 31 push button. Play. Jordan push button. Return. Password text. Return. Password text.
This always happens on Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. They fixed it in newer versions of Ubuntu, where the audio is always stuttery. So let me log in.
Black circle. Black circle. Black circle. Panel. On. 31 push button. Frame. Rolling area.
Oh, listen to that. That is just such epic intro music. This is what I call a well-developed operating system. Now, we should be in the tour now.
Start to a push button.
And this is like the welcome experience, so let's see what we've got. We've got
No thanks push. Start launch Zorin appearance push button.
We've got an option to change our desktop appearance with Launch Zorin Appearance. Now the good thing is, unlike other distributions I've installed in the past, this has remembered our settings from our installation media, so we don't have to set up the screen reader anymore. It's all set up. But what we will need to do is set up our desktop environment, because I don't want to be using the GNOME desktop environment. I don't like GNOME, and I'd much rather use something that's much lighter like Mate. Now, if I could use Zorin OS Lite, but Zorin OS 16...
Notification. Software updater is ready.
Zorin OS 16 Lite is not accessible to begin with, because I don't know why. And Zorin OS 16 Core seems to be the only one for a visually impaired person who's actually want to enjoy Linux.
Connect online accounts push button.
Now you can connect your online accounts, but I don't want to do that now, but you can do that. You don't have to do all these. You can actually go ahead and set up the packages you want right now. So you can connect your online accounts if you want to. I want to do that off camera because, believe me, you can do that in your own time, but you can connect your Google account, your Microsoft account, whatever other accounts you may have access to.
Launch Zorin Connect.
We've got Launch Zorin Connect, which, if you've got the Zorin Connect app on Android, you can connect your phone and PC, but personally, I recommend uninstalling that and using KDE Connect, because it works regardless of what desktop environment you've got.
Launch software push button.
And we've got launch software, so we can download some apps. This is the App Store for Linux.
Learn more about installing apps push button.
You can learn more about installing apps.
Install push button. Visit the help page push button.
Visit the help page. They'll have some suggestions for apps to install too.
Drawing area. No thanks push button.
And I'm going to click no thanks.
At exclamation 00 BDH frame.
Now we should be in our desktop environment, the GNOME desktop. So very quickly what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my terminal.
At Jordan.
Sudo apt update.
UPFT sudo password for Jordan.
Now it's very important that I recommend any new to Linux user learn the terminal.
Star. 0% working. hit:1 http://ubuntu.com/ubuntu focal in release hit:2 http://ubuntu.com.
And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do sudo
enter packages.zorinos.com hit:11 https://packages.zorinos.com/apps focal in release 0%.
well,
Audo command not
change of plan. Let's try that again. Sudo
sudo
apt install mate extras.
Extras. Reading package lists. 0%. Reading package lists. Done building dependency tree. 0%. 5. Done. Reading state information. Done. Note. Selecting mate desktop environment instead of mate. Note. Selecting mate desktop environment extras instead of mate extras. Mate screensaver mate screen.
Now it's going to install quite a lot of packages, so this could take some time. But what we're going to do is going to accept our installation.
Why? 0% working. Get:1 http://ubuntu.com/ubuntu focal/universe AMD64 libca 1-0 AMD64 0.4.2-2.1 27.7 KB 0% 1% 107 mate background 13.5 MB/17.9 MB 76% 141 mate user guide 2493 KB/7559 KB 33% 3000 unpacking GER 1.2 Carja 2.0 AMD64 selecting previously unselected package Marco Common unpacking Marco Common 1.24.0 unpacking mate power manager 1.24.1-0 Ubuntu 1 3% unpacking mate screensaver common 1.2 B.
I don't know why it's not installing LightDM or configuring it for us.
Blank.
This could take a while because it is.
Jordan at cream emulsion paint $.
There we go. Now I need to install LightDM if I haven't done so already. Sudo apt install LightDM.
Reading package lists 0%. Reading package lists. Done building dependency tree 0%. 5. Done. Reading state information. Done. The following packages were automatically installed and are no longer required. Chromium Codex FFmpeg Extra GStreamer 1.0y 0% working. Get:1 http://gb.archive.ubuntu.com/ubuntu focal updates/universe AMD64 Lightroom AMD64.
And now
Package configuration. Configuring Lightroom default display manager GDM3.
our default display manager is what will be our login greeter. So I recommend changing this to LightDM so you can log easily into the Mate desktop.
Lightroom.
Press enter on this.
RDAMD64 0.0.0 plus 19.1 0.20190716-0 Ubuntu 3 50.8 KB get:14 http://gb.archive.ubuntu.com/
And now
double command power.
we should now be able to log out of this system.
Window. Dialog logout. Logout push button. Can't log out.
So let me log out.
Screen reader on. Window. 31 push button. Gray left control. Tab. Not listed. Push button. Tab. Door tab. Not listed. Push button. Left control. Delete.
Okay, let me.
Unlock on.
LightDM should be activated when we restart our computer. But now I need to take out my USB just in case it boots back into it again. And now we should be on LightDM when we reboot. I'm going to turn on orca. Yep, we've got Light DM active. Let me just check our default desktop.
Push button.
Session options.
Make default push button.
Yep,
Return.
Mate.
Escape.
This should log us into a...
Tab. Zorin desktop tab. Zorin desktop on way tab. Back push button. Return.
Right,
Enter password. Hold it, hold it. Hold it.
let's log in. This should log us into a Mate session.
Screen reader off. Screen reader on. Login.
I don't know why it's not logging us in.
Enter password for order. Screen reader on.
There we go, we should be logged in now. And here we are in Zorin OS on Mate. So now we can take a look at what applications we have installed on Zorin.
Menu. Accessories, archive manager, backup, calculate, character disks, and ramper archive many files, fonts, clocks, maps, mate calculator, mate font newer, mate search tool, passwords and keys, bloomer, screenshot, take screenshot, text editor, to do, weather, archive manager.
So a lot of these are the GNOME applications. Let's check out
Games menu.
our games.
Idle Riot Solitaire, Mahjong, Mines, Quadrapat, Sudoku, Idle Riot Solitaire.
So we've got some basic games.
Games graphics menu.
Our graphics, we've got
Document scan, document newer, iOmate image, GNU image manipulation program.
GIMP is one I recommend you uninstall immediately because this version of GIMP is terribly out of date.
Image magic, color depth, image new LibreOffice Draw.
We've got LibreOffice Draw, so that tells you we've got LibreOffice installed.
Mate color selection, photos, document scanner, document newer, iOmate image newer, GNU image graphic internet menu.
Let's see what we've got on our internet.
Firefox web browser.
We have Firefox,
Remina.
Remina,
Firefox web browser, Remina.
and that's what we've got. We've got Firefox and we've got Remina, remote desktop viewer. Next one.
Int office menu.
Here's our office. We have,
Actual document, calendar, document newer, evolution.
and they've opted for Evolution instead of Thunderbird, which is pretty nice. I love Evolution. It's my favourite email app on Linux. I like it a lot better than Thunderbird, that's for sure. But I still think Thunderbird is the number one. I'm a Thunderbird junkie, so yeah, Thunderbird, it's pretty nice. But Evolution is even better. Because to me it feels more professional, it feels more like Outlook. Okay, we've got...
LibreOffice Cal, LibreOffice Raw, LibreOffice Impress, LibreOffice Writer.
We don't have the entire LibreOffice suite because we don't have LibreOffice Base.
Mate Dick, LibreOffice Impress, LibreOffice Raw. LibreOffice Cal, LibreOffice Writer, Mate Dictionary.
We don't have LibreOffice Math either.
Actual document newer.
Moving on.
Office sound and video menu.
Our sound and video menu contains
Brasero.
Brasero disc burning software. This computer doesn't have a DVD drive, so it'll have to be uninstalled.
Cheese.
We've got the Cheese webcam application.
PTV.
Don't know what PTV is.
Rhythmbox.
Rhythmbox for music.
Sound.
Sound.
Sound recorder.
A voice recorder application of some sort.
Videos.
MPV.
Brasero.
Aw, they haven't even installed VLC. I like VLC, it's my favourite application.
Sound system tools, charger, deconf editor, disk usage, log file viewer, logs, mate disk image, mate disk usage, mate system log, mate terminal, power statistics, send feedback, software.
And there's our software centre.
System monitor, charger, sys universal screen reader. Unit places, met system, preference, admin printer, software update, software and users and printers.
And then the rest is just going to be basic stuff. And that's it. There you have it. That is Zorin OS 16. So I want to know what you guys think of Zorin OS 16. Do you like it? And are you planning on installing it? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to go quickly turn on talkback so I can end this video.
Talkback on. Camera. 0 hour. Lens. Selected. Lens. Off. Capture. Pause. Stop recording. Button. Double tap to activate.
This is Jordan signing off saying have a good day everyone.